What's up? We're currently underneath Hayward Field, and now I'm going onto the track. I've never been on the track in my entire life. I've never been on the field before. No, we're with him. He's our coach. Okay. You're like, keep up, bro.
Are you finding yourself in a long toilet line on the field? Don't worry, there are more toilets on the other side of the gear check tent on the other
Oh,
field.
more toilets. Yay.
So everybody should be heading towards the start corrals.
I gotta see there. Dude, these caffeinated milks are actually pretty good. Probably. I think everything here is free. Yeah. I mean, I would hope so because it's all for like the runners.
If you're checking your gear check, I wonder if this is like a tutu. This sounds so fun.
Yes, I am. Wrong way.
It was the Krusties area, huh? It was definitely Krusties. You went the wrong way.
We're the blind leading the blind.
Start line is just down and around the rim.
Where are they at?
Folks, we are 90 seconds to our start, and I'd like to introduce our honorary starter today, a decorated 800-meter runner for the Oregon Ducks. He's won this race multiple times. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They're so bad. Oh, there they go. There they go.
This is to RA, the 2026 Eugene Marathon mile underway.
How many people do you think this is? 1,000. I think it's more than that.
Half thousand. I know the half marathon got 5,000 people.
The half has 5,000 people.
Oh my gosh, that's like all of you.
What do you mean all of you?
If you guys need you can leave this cubby right here. You can leave stuff here if you want. And bathrooms, there's 2 bathrooms right here.
Oh, this is sick.
Look at these facilities.
They don't even use this stuff around here, bro.
I literally contemplated
Have you guys seen like the player exclusives for the
We have loaded a lot of the medals on these racks back here and then taken out all of them. These guys are just NPC bots. one of the racks exploded because Malachi just put too many on them.
It was actually Cadence's side, and it was her fault because she's not strong enough.
What? That's crazy. It's a little chilly.
Who's that for?
Just my YouTube. When I start vlogging my day.
Hi, world.
What's up, boys? Today is strange. That's how we'll be at the marathon.
We're almost an hour into the race. Only a couple more.
They have pancakes like right after the race.
I think I'd vomit after like immediately running the marathon, dude. You know?
Get his medal, Jordan!
Get his medal!
Let's go!
First finisher, dude.
Who is he?
105 pace.
Who is he? No PR today. You know, I didn't care.
Alright, guys, we gotta get out of his way! Wait, Wyatt's doing it! Oh no! Jordan, get beat up there!
Trip and fall. No? Wyatt, give him a kiss.
Oh, they're coming! They're coming!
They're coming.
They're coming! The event is still going on. Almost 6 hours in. You get free pancakes and free milk that's caffeinated. It's pretty good. And little Kainoa here. We've been soloing the medal handouts, and we have definitely the most out of everyone that came out here today. And we just got our only break that we've had today. 5 hours in. Let's go! What's up, guys? Currently it's 9:50 p.m. in Eugene. I decided to go for a nice little walk around UVO at night. I like to do this when I just need to just take a break from everything, I guess, so I can look at the scenery and see what's going on. It's a little dark where I'm walking through, but there are a lot of lights on this campus, so I'll come back in a second. But I like to come through here when I'm a little stressed out, or just need some time alone. And this place is really good for walks. It's just really nice. So, I'll get into a little of the details of why I'm stressed out, lately, since I have found the cool desire, the ultimate desire to push my body to extreme limits and whatnot, it either feels like my dopamine is like shot, or I don't know, honestly, like, it's just weird, like, unless I'm doing something that genuinely excites me, I'm just not really there. And today as earlier in the video, you'll see that I worked the Eugene Marathon today, the half and the full, and it was so awesome seeing like these people running really, really fast times, and the sheer emotion that they all had and bonded with, and all this awesome things. It was really amazing to see personally, and it that motivated me, and it made me really happy. I would see people crying, and I'd be like, what's it like being a marathon like finisher? And they'd be like, it's either the best feeling in the world, or they're like, this sucks, or some people are genuinely furious after completing a race and they don't even want the medal or anything. But yeah, I think a couple people got like carted out with the EMT, but no one died this year. I heard that someone died last year. Thank God that no one died this year. But some people got carted away, and people were bloody and puking, and it was just crazy experience. But yeah, it was pretty fun all together. But that really excited me, and made me feel pretty fulfilled today. And I felt pretty tired when I came back. I feel like as of lately, like I'm physically incapable of taking a nap, which is nice. Well, like I feel like it's a good thing, so I can get more things done throughout the day. But I didn't want to like move yet, so I waited a little bit, and I decided to take today as a rest day and get some homework down. And I got a lot of homework done just within like, I got at the library around like 6:50, so I guess I was in there for like 3 hours. That didn't really feel like 3 hours. Yeah. But lately, I feel like I've been distancing myself from a lot of people because it just doesn't feel the same to be around like people that I'm usually cool with all the time. Like, I guess it's like the best way to explain it is I can tell when someone has like the burning desire within their heart to be the best they can be. And I can tell like even like okay, everyone has their off days, but like I can still tell like when people are trying to push themselves to the best that they possibly can and they actually want it, you know. And so, you know, for me, I personally decided today with a couple other of my teammates on the track team that I'm going to do the half marathon next year, 2027 Eugene Marathon, or half marathon. And I'm going to start training and stuff. A whole year of training, I should be able to, I want to aim for like, maybe like 1:38, an hour and 38 minutes, high 30s, and see how it goes. I've never really ran any more than like 3 miles. Like at one time, so I can't even imagine like running for like more than 40 minutes. I just running for like so long just doesn't make any sense to me yet, but I'll get there eventually. And yeah, but like back to, oops, just stepped on something that was really loud. But with just people that like I don't feel like anything radiating off of them, it's kind of just boring being around them. And like people that make like jokes and stuff, like I just don't have the same humor I feel like anymore. And things that I thought were funny like a little while ago aren't funny to me anymore. And I'm just kind of like, I guess you could just say like I'm locked in or I'm in the zone. And I don't really want to interact with people that don't feel like they're in the zone themselves, you know, or not trying to be in the zone. Try to look both ways so I can cross.
Oh my gosh.
But I've just been like, I guess like more on the academic grind. You know, my one teacher, my professor said, if you get all your homework turned in and stuff like that before the final week, then you don't have to take the final. And I don't want to take no final, so obviously I gotta lock in. And I have been locked in, so that's good. And like, so this whole week, it's like called Dead Week at my school. So like the times to be loud, I guess, are gonna change because finals week is next week, and I go home next week. So that'll be awesome when I go home. But also like kind of sad that I don't really want to go home yet. There are like a lot of good people I know are leaving, and the school next year is not going to be the same without them. It's like favorite seniors are leaving when you're a freshman and something like that, and then probably won't ever see him again. Let's see. Run across. Ugh. Planning to just like stay out here to maybe like 11-ish. So or maybe like 10:30, so I can walk back and get some good sleep. Waking up early in the morning to meet with one of my boys who like leads me through the Bible. Have probably a good Bible study and talk about everything that's going on. Which way do I want to go? This way. I'm gonna go to the torch. I don't know if I said that just now, but you guys can see the torch. I was inside of Hayward today, which was a lot of fun. The other day on Saturday, they had the spring football game, and I could have went, but I decided to hit legs instead. Like, if the football team's not going to play like an actual team, then I don't want to go, even if it's free. It's like, whatever. Boring. And I work the football games anyways to fundraise money for my track team at UVO, at Autzen Stadium, which is honestly like the coolest football stadium ever. I haven't been to other football stadiums, so I can't really say like what's coolest, but it gets loud as heck in there, dude. Like, they really do say that it's made for sound, and they're not wrong, they're not lying. It is insane. It's really nice out in the sky right now, you guys. I know you can't really see, but you can hear me, so you just gotta take my word for it. I guess I'm just learning that there's a shortcut I can take and not have to walk around a billion buildings to get to the torch. So that's pretty cool. That is the EMU. We have a bunch of food and grocery stores in there. Well, one grocery store, and then like a bunch of fast food places, I guess. My one friend Eli likes to go there and get Panda Express as much as he can, but I think he said he was going to try and not eat Panda for 1 whole month, which is an insane challenge because last month he got it literally, I think, like 7 days in a row. And he says it's his favorite place to eat. Panda's okay, alright, it's okay. I'd rather not eat there if I have the choice, but if he's paying, I guess, can't say no to free food. And a nice hangout if I have time. Oh, I see the torch. It's green. I don't have a good enough view for you to show you guys yet. Yeah. But like, it looks so beautiful over here, like in UVO's like campus and stuff, that when I am feeling stressed, it just like completely distracts me sometimes, or sometimes it doesn't at all, like depending on how bad I'm feeling inside. And I do pray to God a lot when I'm feeling really down, and going to the gym helps, but it's not like it's not a forever cure, Yeah, you have to learn how to fight these things on your own too. I'm gonna walk around the whole stadium through the soccer fields. Oh, they still have like some of the marathon stuff set up. Huh. You gotta check this out. This is where the track team practices. They don't practice like on the track itself, but today I got to see what some of their underground facility looks like, it's so cool. And a lot of like the guys on my track team are like, well, why can't we have this? And I'm like, well, isn't it obvious? Like, they're D1, they are the best of the best, so they deserve it, of course. And we're only NAIA division. Like, we have people that are really good and people that are meh, but like we are still college athletes, but obviously if you're, especially with the new NCAA standards, where you can only have one athlete per event. So technically, like, if you're a decathlete, you're the only extra, like, athlete that they can have. So it's the best guy and the best girl, and that's it. So, I mean, like, if you're, like, the best, I would expect to get the best, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'll check in back with you guys once I get, like, closer to the torch, or actually maybe I won't. When I get to the flags, I'll come back. Alright, I'm now at, like, a practice area where they have tennis courts, a makeshift, like, track that is 400 meters long, but it's just like where everyone else, like, practices before they're going to compete outside. This race looks like someone's running on it right now. Yeah, this is what Hayward looked like from the side. And then behind me is the baseball stadium and stuff. I really need to get, like, a tripod holder or whatever. Yeah, so the torch is literally, like, on the opposite side of where I am right now. Yeah, but it's, like, such an open field out here. I wish my camera could, like, see it better, like, see everything that I see better, but with it so dark, I don't really expect it to. So I'm just using my phone to record. But, like, people come out here all the time and play, like, soccer or ultimate frisbee, you know, games and stuff. It's a lot of fun to do. And there's a sick ice cream shop up the street called Prince Puckler's. Apparently Obama, the president, went there, and they have his favorite chocolate chip flavor. I mean, I think it's mint chocolate chip is his favorite flavor or whatever. Just sick. Wait a second. I'm pretty sure I can get out this way. Or maybe I can't. Follow the pack of people. Yeah, but around here they have, I don't know, can you see the flags? Yeah, you can see, like, the flag poles. I think they have every country on them, like, around the world, just flung up around the sides. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick. Yeah, I think so. But so I'd probably say this is what it will, like, look like for me over the next, like, within the next 2 weeks. Okay, ultimate rundown here. I'm going to be studying as much as I possibly can at night, so that means I got to work out during the daytime, which is a little hard at my gym because so many teams have scheduling going on. So you just got to kind of send it with that, and then so, like, filming will be hard, and with, like, certain workouts, filming will be pretty tough because I don't have, like, it's just hard, like, when listening to certain music, because I don't have YouTube Premium anymore. I have ESPN Unlimited, so I can watch WWE PLEs all the time for free, or not for free, for lots of money. But I split it with my buddy, so it's, like, the same as a YouTube Premium subscription. And then I also am subscribed to Macro Factor, which is, like, $11 a month, so I can, like, keep track of my calories and make sure I'm eating the right amount of food and weighing in at the right weight that I want to do in the morning. So those are like the only 2 subscriptions that I currently have. And money's a little low right now, and I get my paycheck soon, so that'll be goated. And then, yeah. Oh. This guy just flew past me. I thought I was gonna die. I didn't really expect this many people out here right now. Here on campus. But this, I see the torch. It's not really that good of an angle yet, but we're getting close. We're getting close. But like also, I can go around at night and walk around and get my steps up, my daily steps up for the day, which is nice. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, you know. Yeah. And it's nice like talking to like even though I'm talking to my phone, it's nice to just like talk to something and just get like my thoughts out so they're not trapped inside of my brain. So like video, if you like are curious about starting like YouTube or something, I've been seeing a lot of new guys in the gym who aren't popular at all but are strong and they look good. And you know, they don't have many followers, subscribers and stuff, because obviously YouTube's the hardest thing to like actually get like subscribers on, or like to get popular on or whatever. But like you know, it's awesome to see like people growing and stuff. I'm not really trying to market myself on like any platforms I have, so like people find me on YouTube the only way by popping it up on their recommendations. And yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna be like vlogging my everyday life from now on, and like forever, whatever. And we'll see what happens, you know, and see what I can accomplish in a whole lifetime, starting from the age of 20. So we'll see where it goes, you know. Getting closer to the torch. This torch is so tall, and what the saddest thing about it though is it doesn't shoot fire out of the top. So can you really call it a torch? I don't know. But yeah, it would be so cool if it was able to shoot fire out of the top. I'm really bummed out that it can't. But that's like where their security and operations is in the entire thing, and I've never seen it glowing before, or at least this color. And then you got like the whole. So this thing is so gigantic. It's insanely cool. Yeah. Let's see if you can see it here. See that giant green thing, dude? Still pretty hard to see, but I'm so close. We're so close. So close. But yeah, like what I was saying earlier. Sorry, so much is going on in my brain, like having so much sensory coming in my head and trying to focus at the same time. Just kind of like trying to send this at the top of my dome, off the dome. And yeah, but alright, so if you like just want to start posting, like just send it. There's like nothing's like stopping you, and it's not very hard to do. I mean, like I just edit my videos on CapCut, so I have to rewatch everything that I did, make sure cut out things that I don't want. And I mean, like yesterday's post, I just like kept it the same, you know, to show you that I'm not perfect and I'm not trying to seem perfect, and that even if you're trying to post content, you can make mistakes, but here this is. Whoa. Cool or what, dude? Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Alright, I am gonna start heading back to my dorm because I have to pee so bad. I like basically slammed like 2 things in my water. Yeah, look at this, dude. Sick. Being next to things that are so tall is like weird. It just makes you feel so small, I guess. I don't know what this is, but entrance to somewhere. And let's see if I can get the front here. Get a little insider. Like what's going on. Not really though, I guess. But I can't really see, but see some things. There are 2 police officers chilling around and on the sidewalk with their cars. Whew. But since I'm going back this way, I can give you guys like the front view of what the EMU looks like and stuff. And it was a lot colder earlier when I walked out of my room, and it's not so cold right now, and it's kind of nice. But I do like wearing my hoodie. Check this out here. Oh, this is a better shot of the torch, and then whatever this is. More green stuff. More green stuff. But yeah. So tomorrow, this is basically my plan. I'm gonna wake up at like 7 a.m. ish. Yeah, 7 a.m. Maybe like around 6ish actually, like 6:45. Shower. Get ready to go to Starbucks with my boy because one coffee shop on campus, like near campus, doesn't open until 8 o'clock, and I have class at 9 a.m. and I want to get as much time with him as I can. And then I have an hour in between my first and my second class. So my first class is Life of Christ, where we learn about all the political drama and everything that was going on before, like Jesus came to be, and during what happened during his life and the significance of everything. And you know, it's pretty fun class. We learn a lot, and we learned a lot about like what it's like to actually be crucified, and I guess I could tell you guys what it's like. So you all know Jesus was on the cross like this. So apparently you can't be like nailed right in here, because if you were, the nail would slide right through your wrist or like your hand, and so you'd just like fall off. And so the Romans found a spot like more down here, and it goes right through your wrist, and the nail lodges itself in there. I mean, like, it's a pretty big nail, right? But it's like, it won't rip out. And apparently that's like, scientists today figured out that like that specific spot in your wrist is has like a special nerve in there that when it's hit, it hurts even more. So these Roman guys, when science like historians and everyone tell you that the Romans were the kings of torture method and they knew what they were doing, they're not lying. They knew what they were doing. And so like the cross didn't have like the headpiece that sticks up. It was more like a T, like the Greek sign tau. And not like all as curvy as it, but like a T, like a capital T. And so you had no headrest basically, but you were like slouched down, and also like they wouldn't have punctured so I think it was like a 13 or 14 inch nail that went through your ankles, but your body would be more to like, your ankles would be more to the side than anything. And so you'd be kind of like slouched down. I can show you guys later, but kind of be slouched down. And so it was like, so you're kind of like slouching basically, right, on the cross. And then on top of that, okay, so I have to remember like which one it is actually with this, but so I'm pretty sure you could inhale on the cross perfectly fine, but because you're hanging from the cross and gravity is pushing down on you, your body's pushing down on you, and you're so weak, right, that you physically cannot exhale. Sorry, I thought I saw a tortoise. A baby tortoise, but it was a pine cone. But you physically were unable to exhale. So in order to exhale, you'd have to pull up on your nailed arm. Pull up and go like, so hold on. Pull up to exhale. And so like you're basically putting yourself in pain to like exhale or whatever. And then apparently Jesus, they say that he drowned on the cross. It's like the spear didn't kill him. He died before it happened. And is from like, apparently like the heart, there's some like part of your heart that has water in it or whatever. And that like in the Roman, I think his name is Longius. The Roman, starts with a C. I know it does. I can't remember what he's called. The type of official he is a centurion named Longinus. Definitely butchered it. I don't know how to actually say his name. Speared him with the spear of destiny through his chest, his ribs or whatever, and water came out because he punctured a part of his heart. That was like that, but it says that Jesus did die of a ruptured heart, which is crazy.
But I guess I don't really think about like what could be better. I kind of just like ride the bike I'm on.
Yeah, so basically Jesus died of a broken heart. You could say like literally a broken heart. And that's what killed him. You can go. Coming up on the EMU here, a little bit on the right side, but yeah, so that's, we've been learning about the resurrection lately, like what Jesus was doing after he resurrected on the third day, and basically all the prophecies that he spoke of during his life and how they're all starting to fall together, and what that's looking like for the future, and how like basically Revelation is more for that time, and it was more for the Jews of that time. Like, so I think my professor says that like the Bible was written for the people at that time, but it was made for us to read it like now or whatever. I don't know, some weird saying like that. But yeah, so, and then after that, my boy Malachi has a library shift until 2 p.m. So like we get out at 9:50, starts at 10 till 2 p.m. He's in there drawing and stuff. This guy's a 10 out of 10 artist. You can find his TikTok called Rumply Meat 19, I'm pretty sure. But here's the EMU. It's pretty cool. Like, so much stuff's going on in there. It's so big inside. And next time I go in there, I'll like actually like show you guys around. Excuse me, and stuff. But I'll give you guys a full tour if I ever go in there with my boys or a group of people. But yeah. So over here actually, there's like a cooler view of everything. There's a little down area here, and they have like during like the first couple weeks of U of O, because Bushnell starts 5 weeks before U of O's first week is. So obviously the fraternities and sororities will be out here like trying to recruit people, where they have like thrift stores and a lot of people with signs and stuff standing around. But yeah, so after Life of Christ, I get an hour. Usually what I do is we go to the Bean, which is like a coffee shop in our school in the freshman dorms. It's pretty cool. We get $150 worth of credit in there. And then we get $150 worth of credit, and so for each semester, so you could save your money and get like $300 for second semester, but no one does that ever. And so they have like protein shakes, My favorite, which, I have pumped the brakes on a lot, for this term, is a caramel frap. Get it with no espresso. It's basically like ice cream. It's so sugary. I only do that if, I really want to treat myself, which really isn't often, I guess. I'm pretty hard on myself when it comes to rewarding myself. But, yeah, so after we go to the bean, we go to the library. I hang out with him until like 10:50-ish. And then I go to my bio class. So I have general biology. And that's pretty chill. I mean, my professor just talks about like whatever's on the slide, and then about how he likes collecting mushrooms and all this stuff. So it's pretty cool, and the classwork's pretty easy. I gotta start studying this week for the final. Because for more information, I want to be a nurse at Bushnell, and to get in the instantly get in the nursing program through Bushnell, you have to have B- in all your prerequisites for nursing. So your science classes. So it's a little tough, with that. So you have to really be at the top of your game. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this whole term out with all A's and B's. I think mainly high B's and some high A's, but mainly high B's into middle high A's and the low A's or whatever. But yeah, so I have that class, and then after that I usually have lunch. And lunch is hit or miss a lot of the time. We don't get a big selection like maybe some other big colleges do, like U of O, I'd say. Is that an owl? Dude, I think I see an owl. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a little bird. I think it's a baby owl, like a screecher. Hold on. I'm gonna try and get a picture of it. I was unable to get a picture of it, but also apparently owls have silent flapping or whatever. So I didn't even hear it move. But it was it's probably about this tall as my hand. It was just like a ball. It was cool though. It was cute. Can't really see it, but it just disappeared on me. Yeah, so we have lunch, and it's a set. We go on our website. We know what breakfast, lunch, and dinner is gonna be, and you can have a selection from certain things, but it's basically hit or miss. And I have a lot of stuff in my fridge right now that I need to clear out before this. Before I go home next Wednesday, I believe, or Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. Next Thursday, I go home. Fly back home to Florida. A little 9-hour-ish trip. A little longer than that, actually, but it's fine. And then yeah. But I'm trying to think. And then so class ends at 11:50. Then a class at 2 called World Religions, and oh my gosh, that class is. Oh, hold on. I just remembered that I have a little quiz I have to do, so I'll do that as soon as I get back home for that class. But so I was so focused on getting all my homework in for Life of Christ, so I don't have to take the final. I forgot a little bit about that, but feeling better, so it'll be a breeze. But we get into a lot of juicy topics in that class, so it's pretty fun. And for my final project, my presentation's this Friday. We went to a Buddhist temple and learned all about their services and stuff. It was super sick. They had their own garden. I learned a lot of cool stuff about them. So happy we went. For one, so that I could get a good grade. But it's cool to see other cultures and stuff that you never actually get to see. And this guy said that he lived in Japan for a while, and he married in Japan. So that's sick. So he's basically got the culture locked down. Yeah, so And then like I have no class on Tuesday. Wednesday it's the same as tomorrow, like Monday. And then Friday is the same except I don't have Life of Christ. But Thursday I have bio lab. So that happens sometimes, but not all the time. And then but also on Mondays I have, so like tomorrow I'll be meeting up with my boy Brett, who's a pole vaulter and he jumps pretty high. He's like my mentor for certain things. He's like, you ever heard of FCA's Federation of Christian Athletics? It's like he just is supposed to basically guide athletes in their walk with Christ while doing both and balancing academics at the same time. Because that's not very easy, but it's very doable. And it is possible to win, even though you're busy with all that stuff, you know, and to do really good in school. So like, you know, if you're like a non-athlete or anything, but you are in college and you feel like it's too much, try to like sometimes remember that. I mean, like even people that are balancing jobs pay with college too, you know, so you would understand it too. But there are some people I know that balance a job, academics, school, or that same thing, job, school, athletics. I was gonna say something else. Job, school, academics. Oh, and athletics. Job, school, academics, and athletics. Yeah. Okay. So that's all of them. And yeah. Alright, so I've made it back to the campus site, and I still got a little longer before I get there, but I'm just gonna cut it off short here so I can edit everything and then post this on YouTube. So God bless you guys. Hope you guys have a great night, and I will be seeing you all tomorrow. And I am working on, I mean, like I probably will have like, all right, so realistically I'll probably have my goals list in like maybe the next couple weeks here. I don't want to say like 2 weeks after this week, because I'll be focusing on trying to get all my finals in and finishing it off with really good grades. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Good night.